this video, we're going to talk about establishing a business and managing a business and its services. In this video, I'm going to use my business as an example for you to easily understand. So let's talk about establishing a business. In establishing a business, there are important things that you must understand or know before establishing a business. So in establishing a business, you must have first an idea. The idea of what is your business is. So you have to think what is your primary business activity priority or priority activity. Business priority activity. For me, I have this idea of having a mall management business. So I have this management business priority activity that is for my business. And then if you already have a primary business priority activity, then you have to think your secondary business activity. For the corporations, it is optional. It is and also has an options to have a secondary business priority activities, but depends on the company if they are going to have a secondary business priority activity. For me, I have this secondary business priority activity, which is the retail goods or wholesale and retail goods and printing and publishing. So that is it. You must have the idea. First, you're going to have a primary business priority activity, and then secondary business priority activity, and after that, you must have your mission and vision or your goal of business. So that is under the idea. So the next is you have to have plan, or there is a planning happening. So that is second step in processing of establishing a business. You have to create a plan. So you have to create a business plan of your business activity, both primary and secondary business priority activity. So after you have a business plan of it, you need to create or have the rules and regulation and policy of your organization or your company or your business. You have to create its corporate governance, the rules and regulations. You have to create a plan to have that. And then you have to have your plan marketing strategy. That is the one of the going important things to do in planning your business. So if you already have plan, you have already idea, and you have plan of it, then you're going to execute it. So that is the third processing. Execution, organizing and execution. So in execution of your plan, first, what is the first thing to do if you are going to execute or going to start to operate your business? So you need a business base for operation. If your business in a service based area, so you're going to needed an office to operate, so you need to have an office for it, and space to operate. So since mine is management consultancy business activity, so I needed an office. So we have or you have to lease a space or rent a space for your office. That is the first thing to do for your business to operate, a place to operate. And then after, if you already have an office, a place to operate, then you're going to need the materials and equipments that needed to your office to operate. So what is this equipment and materials? This is the office equipments like computers, laptops, tables and chairs, printer, scanner, photocopier, papers, documents, internet connections if your business also connected to online, especially now we are in the technology era. So that is the materials and equipments you need for your business place operations. So if you are, after you organize your office or your place of operation, you are now ready to the next process, which is the managing. So you have to manage your business company, your operation. So in order for you to manage it, you need an employee or workers. So there is an staffing. You need workers and employees to work with you, to work, because you is, if you are the owner like me, I am the owner, I needed also an other employee to support or to help me in running the business. But since mine is a management consultancy, so we are for now we are limit to a minimum employee. So like I said, you need an employee. So you have to hire an employee. What this employee in the position of the secretary, the treasurer, the accountant. And the secretary is important in a business to have a secretary for you to assess your things to do, and then accountant for your accounting book accounting, your accountings records, and then your marketing officers. So and others, it depends on the business or company what is it. Depends on the business. So mine is just management consultancy. So since we are about to start, we just starting, so we are limited in a few workers. So that is it. You already have an idea, you already have plan, and now you are executing and managing. So you already have employee working in your business. The final step on basic establishing of business is the licensing. So what is this licensing? It is getting a business permit in the government for your business permit to operate. It is important to get a business permit. So if you starting a business as a sole or a single proprietorship or a sole proprietorship, then in the Philippines you go in the Philippines, then you have to get a DTI certification, business certification. If you are starting a partnership and a corporation, then you need to get a Securities and Exchange Commission certificate. And then after you acquire that or get that, you're going to have a BIR, or Bureau of Internal Revenue, or the tax identification number, and then you're going to have an SS employer for you to have a record for insurances of your employees, managing insurances of your employees, and then the last is the mayor's permit. This is the one who provides you the business permit for operation. So that is it. That is how you establish your business. First, you have an idea. Second, you have you have to you have to plan. Third, you have to execute your plan, your idea. Fourth, you have to manage it by establishing your brand, hiring employee, and then licensing. So you already have established your business. You already have your business permit to operate, your employee, staff, your list of business of operation. And now you are going to manage your business service. For us, or in my business, my I am promoting to establish a more management service. So in establishing and managing your business service, there are also important things for you to learn, because there are also processing, the basic processing of how to establish and managing your business service. It's just mostly the same in establishing your business. So in managing your business service, first you have to have a plan, a business service plan. For us, the Philippinecracy Management Corporations is promoting and establishing a mall management service project. So there is a business plan for it, and then we have to make a proposal for it, a proposal, and then propose it. Like for us, since our target or proposed client or target client is the government, since we are promoting to establish a public government public shopping center, so we are proposing it to the government. That is the one of the thing, or one of the important thing to do in managing a business service. And then after, if your clients, or for us, like us, government, if government agree, then we have to make an agreement as you is the managing of it. So that is it. First, you're going to have business plan, and then you're going to create a proposal and propose, and then you're going to have an agreement of it with your service. And then if it is given a chance to be approved, like for us, if we are still proposing and given a chance to be approved, then we're going to proceed to the next step or the next process, which is the staffing. Like if it is assuming on this that after the proposal and the agreement is the takeover of the management, since we are the management business management company, so we are now take over the management to operate, to manage the operation. Like it's assuming that the construction of the mall is already finished, so now the management will take over. So the next process that we are going to do is to have an employee or workers, or management employees and workers, or I called it also as a staffing for business management services or business management services. So you have to hire an employee and staff. Like for example, we're going to use in mall management. So who is the workers that you are going to hire as an employee or management? So in a mall management, but before I explain who is the workers, every mall management has their own systems they follow, but mostly the same functions. Their way of structure of organizing is handling. So there are different uh, management has their own structure. So mine is just a sample. So I'm going to tell you the basic. So in the staffing of mall management, so first we're going to hire a general manager. So the general manager is the overall in charge of operations in the mall. So that is the higher positions, the general overall manager, managing person. Depends and then it depends on the mall, if how big or something, depends how big it is. Then if the manager cannot carry the operation or the task, then we're going to hire an assistant manager. So after the manager, we're going to hire a facility manager in charge in facility management. So we're going to hire a facility manager. So under this facility manager is divided into 3 assistant manager, because in facility manager, as like I explained on the previous video, the facility is divided into 3 management: the building management, or the infrastructure management, the ambience management, and the traffic management. So in facility management, so we're going to hire the facility manager as the head of it, the overall in charge of facility management. And then we're going to hire his assistant managers in charge to the management, to the areas of management under the facility management. So this assistant manager or also a supervisor under this facility manager. So we have this building or infrastructure assistant manager or a supervisor. Assistant manager in charge for supervising infrastructure and management. So under this infrastructure, you're going to in charge your put in charge your cleaning officer. The cleaning officer is the overall head person in charge of cleaning the mall, because depends on the size and big of the mall. You are lots, you are big space to clean, especially during close time. So there are going to be cleaning officers in charge of it, and then the security officers. So it depends on the management if the contract another security management or security agency to provide security on the mall. So we're going to in charge a security officers to handle the security of the mall. And then next is the maintenance supervisor. So under this maintenance supervisor, so we're going to have the building supervisor, then we have this maintenance supervisor. So in maintenance supervisor, we have to hire is also the structured organization is divided into multiple functions, and there this maintenance structure we have under the plumbing area. So under this plumbing area, we have to hire a plumbing or put in charge of plumbing officers in charge of water, the tubes, the one who check. That is the work of the plumbing sections or area. So the head person in charge of it is the planning officer. And then we have electric or electrical lighting officers in charge of electric wirings, electricity. So we're going to put in charge an electric officers, and then their workers or their men. And then the next is we're going to hire equipment and machinery officers or operator. So the head person in charge of equipment and machinery area is the officers in charge. So this person supervises equipments like generator, elevator, escalator, air conditioner, water filtration system, and other equipment and machines found in the mall. So the one who is in charge of monitoring, looking, overseeing it, managing it is the equipment and machinery officer. So that is under the facility management, which is overall head in charge is the facility manager. So under this facility manager, we have building or infrastructure manager or supervisor, and then we have maintenance supervisor, and then we have electrical or electrician officer, and then we have equipment officer. So that is in the facility management department. So the head is the facility manager, and then in other department also we have this marketing manager to supervise as the overall head in charge in marketing management. So in the marketing department or management, which the head is the marketing manager, we're going to hire the marketing manager as the head. We're going to put in charge the digital and traditional marketer. So digital is mostly based on marketing online in the internet, and traditional in mostly in personal advertising. And then we have to also hire our promoter officer. So these are the person that you're going to hire under this marketing management: marketing manager, the digital and traditional marketer officer, the promoter officer, and then finance and accounting manager. We're going to also to hire the finance and accounting manager in charge in the finance and accounting management. So mostly the work of the manager is to oversee and overlook all the financials and accounting records. So they are the one who look on, supervise on fees. Depends on the management if the fees is will be under their functions and duties and responsibility. So that is the work of the financials. Accounting, the one who's maintaining your records, to look on your records of your staff, of employee, and others requirements to the government, tax, and other requirements required by the government. So they are the one who in charge of the finance and accounting management headed by finance and accounting manager. So the next is the human resource manager or officers. So they are the one who in charge on looking employees, staffs, hiring, firing the employee and staff, looking their performance, if they are working properly. So they are the one who in charge. They are the person who has the knowledge of it. So the human resource manager. Next is we're going to hire an IT manager to work in the IT department or overseeing the IT or managing the IT management. So the work of this IT manager is to look the functions of surveillance and computer servers, softwares, networking, so any involved on information and technology. So every also functions there in surveillance. There are officers in charge, undermen in charge in computers and servers and softwares networking. So there are also officers in charge and controlling and remote of equipment if the equipment by the government, both by the government, is mostly controlled through computer or software. So that's it how you're going to hire or employ your management. And then after is directing and leading. Before, we also hire a leasing manager. Leasing manager is going to be in charge in leasing management service. So in this leasing, we're going to put in charge a leasing officers for field, the one who in charge, person in charge on finding tenants to rent in the mall, and also leasing officers in charge on accepting tenants, processing their applications, other and the mall. So that is the work of the leasing manager and officers. So after you already have your employee and staff in management, you have staff in facility management, IT, leasing department, in marketing, in finance and accounting, in human resource. So now you are now in directing and leading your staff. So if you are going to have a staff, so one of the importance is this is the beginning for us. This is the first and the beginning of operation. So you're going to familiarize and studying the facility. Your work, you're going to familiarize it. Where is it? What is it? What to do? Where is it? So you're going to familiarize it so that he will know, or they will know, your staff employees will know their duties and responsibilities and functions well. And then next is documenting. In documenting is involved of setting up your paperwork documents in every department. In financials, in accounting, so you have to set up your financial statements templates and other documents. In IT, you have to set up your report documents and others documents that needed, and the workload. So every department must submit their workload, and then after that is we're going to now organizing. So this I include this organizings of and cooperation of your services, um, managing your business service is connected to your company, since that is your business services or your business operation. So you are going to organize, like what I mean is you are going to operate your now as a whole. So like for example, the general manager, we're going to put you as an officer in charge or executive officer in charge to handle such services, like for example mall management services and also others. So that is the organizing and cooperating your business and your services to make it more functional. Putting your important employee also has a connection in the government, and then controlling the business service operation. This is the day-to-day operation, since employee is already know their functions and duties and responsibilities. Now they are now when they are now ready to do the day-to-day operation. So that is how you manage. This is just only the basic information that I'm going to provide for you to understand how to manage your business. So in order to manage your business services, you have to have a plan and a proposal, a business plan, and propose it. And after, you have to add your additional employee or workers to work on such business service activities, and then going to organize, and then after you have to ready to control the business operation day-to-day service. So I hope you understand this video. This is only the basic video that I'm going to this is only the basic video informations of how you establish your business and to manage your business service. Again, this is George Marlo, Mera Gutierrez. Until next video. Thank you very much.